card reader, Mary Trimble, here with the with your readings for, what is it, October the 14th through October the 20th. And thank you guys. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, and the new subscribers. If you're returning, thank you so much for your loyalty and support of this channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you love these readings, or like them at least, and that you will come back. Now, these are general readings, guys, and they are for the collective. So keep in mind that sometimes Spirit needs to give a specific message to someone. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you would like a more personalized, tailored reading, you may click on this link here or go to my website. All the links will be below. This is for your sun, moon, and rising too. So those links will be in the show more section below too. I have a Facebook group, and I do a live stream in that Facebook group every 2 weeks. I'm a little late on it. I'm hoping to be able to do one tomorrow, Sunday. I'm hoping that some of you get this in time. I have been extremely busy this week, kind of organizing and getting everything ready, and I've been doing some reading, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. Now, what else? Another way to support me, guys, is through Patreon, and click on that link for it or look for it below. Check it out anywhere. I usually post things there that I don't post anywhere else, although I've been really laxy-daisy on my post this week because things have been like, I've got to get stuff sorted. Anyway, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections, guys. This, the intro, and I'll put a skip time to this if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising below. Then there is the astrological report, and I'll put another skip time if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising. And then the tarot reading, the tarot card reading. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. This is your astrology report for the week of October the 14th through the 20th. There's not a lot going on. On Monday the 14th, the sun is square to Pluto, right? Well, that's kind of been happening anyway, particularly over the full moon on Sunday. It's forming a T-square, and that's, if you want to check out last week's, check out, because I talked about that last week. So the sun square Pluto, right? The sun is the life force. It's, you know, the light, it's energy, it's joy, right? And Pluto is darkness and deep, and and from the underworld, right? So it's like, this is like dark versus light, right? Good versus evil. We're going to have kind of a tumultuous time with this. Like sometimes it's like, oh, so much stuff is happening and, you know, you can't cope. And then something wonderful pops up. We're still feeling this beautiful sextile between the sun and Jupiter. So we're still feeling that. We'll be feeling that for most of the week. So that's really nice. You know, bursts of abundance are coming in. So it's lovely to feel that. Now, so let me give you an example of how Pluto square the sun is for me. Like, I've been really deeply organizing and getting rid of all my old paperwork, you know, taxes from years and years. So shredding and sorting, and the more you sort, the worse your place gets. And I had some help, so it was lovely. And so that was really lovely. Honestly, that was amazing to have someone help me. So then that starts like, oh, let me move this around, let me move that around. Then I'm going through photographs and I'm crying because I'm seeing my mom and my brother and reading cards that he'd sent me. And then, you know, and then in the middle of that, somebody contacts me for a reading, or, you know. So it's very, you know, opposing forces, if you will, are coming in and out. But it's almost like you feel the appreciation more with it. So, squares are motivating. So it kind of gets you up. Listen, you can be optimistic, but there's no point. Optimism without action is futile, right? It's foolhardy. So it's important to be optimistic, but it's important for our actions to match that optimism. We have to kind of get up and do something. And no matter what we're doing, it's shaking up the energy, right? It's like quantum physics. It's shaking it up so something good comes in. Now, on Wednesday, Mercury is in this beautiful relationship with Neptune, right? It's a trine. It's gorgeous. So you've got this, Mercury is the planet of communication, intellect, writing, publishing, right? And Neptune is this creative, ethereal, spiritual planet, but it can also have a negative effect. But because this is a trine, it's going to bring out its best qualities, right? So it's very good to meditate. It's very good to write, anything creative, visual arts. It's a brilliant time to do that. And what's really beautiful about this trine is that at the same time, Saturn is sextiling both Mercury and Neptune. So Saturn's bringing in structure, because Neptune can take you on a journey in your head, and you're like, before you know it, you start thinking about something, and then before you know it, 3 hours have gone by, and it's like, oh my God, I got to do all this. That was me today. But with Saturn at play, there's some structure there. Saturn's like, come on, get it together. That's great. You're having those fabulous, incredible, creative ideas. Yeah, come on, let's get some action in there. Let's do it. Come back to the ground and start doing what you're supposed to do. So there's not loads of things going on in the celestial sky this week, but I think really beautiful things. And we're feeling the full moon for this week too. For most of the week, we're going to feel that. And so it's great, darling. It's not too heavy, and it's just beautiful. So I wish you a wonderful, abundant week and filled with action and positivity. And let's go to the tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your the tarot card section of your reading for October the 14th to October the 20th. These cards, this reading is for Taurus. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Taurus for October the 14th through October the 20th? 3 cards for Taurus, please. 3 cards for Taurus. Two more cards for Taurus. Oh, there it is. Oh, you got 3 more cards for Taurus, darling. Very nice. Love. Love will keep us together. Think of me, babe, whenever. I should call myself the singing tarot card reader. That's what I always sing. All right, these are clarifying cards for Taurus. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Taurus through these clarifying cards for the week of October the 14th through October the 20th? Please clarify. Please. Oh, 2. Okay. Oh, darling. Okay, please clarify. Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Oh, interesting. Okay. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's look at your cards, shall we? Okay, so the first card out for you is the King of Wands, clarified by the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Then you have the 4 of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Swords. And you have the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Wow. Brilliant. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, you have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is this... he's this really incredible leader as long as he kind of puts spirituality first, because he likes to be entertained. He likes to go out. He's very gregarious. He's very charming. He's very social. He flirts. He's really, he gets bored very easily. So what I am getting for this is that this could be a lover or a partner or a husband, a wife, or, somebody that perhaps the relationship has kind of, it's gone past its expiration date. Either you're in it or you're getting out of it, or something's finishing with this relationship. It could be a fire sign because, he's a fire sign. It could be, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So this is somebody who's very, who gets bored and wants to move on. So they're flitting around, right? It can be that. Now, clarifying it is the Three of Swords. So this person has kind of broken your heart. And you felt betrayed by this person. Look, I always say that the Three of Swords is an old pain that comes up. It resurges over somebody's behaviors. Or so this person's hurt you, but kind of in a way that was very deep, that kind of goes deep into your past, that you probably felt this as a child the first time, this pain. And so it comes up. It's what Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body. So we get into relationships where we create the pain body all over again. So we kind of set ourselves up to feel this pain again. So you felt betrayed and you felt hurt. But this card has come up for a reason. It is saying you need to kind of deal with this once and for all. Look at it. Connect the dots. Understand that it's not necessarily this person. It could be, if you can connect it to your childhood or, young adult, if you can connect it to the origins of this pain, if you can get to the origins, it can't hurt you as much because you'll have some awareness and you'll understand that it's not, those other people, and you're choosing these people in your life that's creating this same scenario. Or you're not then it's not them, it's your behaviors that have driven them to that. It's almost like you shoot yourself in the foot. It's, you may have cheated and then they may have left you and you didn't want them and you're still in love with them. I mean, it could be any number of scenarios. The reality is that it's time for you to deal with this and it's time for you to move on. And you have the Six of Swords right next to it, and this is about moving on to greener pastures and calmer waters. Things are going to get better for you, but you can't stay here. You need to get in the boat and you need to go. You've got to leave this behind. You've got to leave this pain, and you probably have to leave the person behind also. Now, the next card out is the Four of Wands. Now, this is like a beautiful foundation. This is kind of something, it might be something that you have completed that you feel kind of proud of, Maybe you've been working towards, buying something and you've been able to save enough money to buy it, or you've taken all the actions to, you've got a degree and you're very proud of it. Something that you've kind of accomplished and you're proud of. And it's setting a wonderful foundation from which you can jump and build upon. So this is a very nice feeling. It's happening in among all this other stuff. So maybe it is all this pain is motivating you to improve your life, maybe. But this is definitely something that feels really good and you're proud of. And look, clarifying it is the Ace of Swords. So this has been a difficult journey. It's not easy. It's, it's a hard start sometimes. But this, when the Ace of Swords comes into a reading, it's the Ganesh of the tarot. So it comes in to remove obstacles, to clear the path. It's not easy, but don't give up. Don't give up hope. Keep going. This is definitely saying that you are on the right path, because sometimes you get blocks in the road and you think, oh, no, I can't take it. Maybe I'm just not supposed to do this, but you are. The reason you're getting blocks in the road, that's very Saturn, right? Saturn will block the road, and it's not blocking your path to go forward. It's just saying, listen, it's better if you go this way around. It may be longer, but it's going to get you there safer. So, sometimes you need to take your time to get to a place at the right time. So, this can be a little frustrating and you might want to give up. But look what's happening here. Love will keep us together. You've got the Empress, darling, and she represents Venus. Venus is her ruling planet. And that's like creativity, love, and I think look, you've got the Ace of Coins right next to it. This could be wonderful business relationships that you're building. It could be you're making money finally, and you're really enjoying the fact that you're making the money. Because Taurus, that's your favorite thing to do, is to make money, right? So she's creative and she's abundance. She's bringing in abundance. And look at this, darling. You have the Six of Wands. So you're being celebrated. You have accomplished a lot recently, and you should be very proud of yourself. And so I feel that this can be a business opportunity. It can be a business partner. It can be something's coming up where you're going to make connections that are going to be lucrative connections. And this is the Six of Wands. You're being celebrated. That people are going, wow, he or she is doing really well. Good for them. They've worked really hard and they are doing incredibly well. And everyone's applauding you and egging you on, as they say. And right next to that is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is saying to me that you are ready to move on to the next phase of your life. Taurus, things are really looking up for you. And this is like, the pages have been in service to the knight and the king. And now it's time for him to go off on his own and create his own story. Now it's time for him to become the knight. So it's time for you to rise up, become the knight that you can be, and become the person that you are meant to be. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on social media with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers. Comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.